Operating system development is very hard. However, there are some crazy smart individuals who have managed to create their own operating systems over the span of years or even decades. And I want to put these systems to the test to see if they can do even the most basic stuff or will they fall apart. First one is SkyOS. It was a graphical desktop operating system created by Robert Zeleny, with development starting in 1996. The first public version arrived in 1997, and early releases were free to the public and available with source code. With version 5 of SkyOS in 2003, it became a paid proprietary commercial operating system, with access costing €30, which was quite controversial back in the day. The last beta build was released in 2008, and a few months later in 2009, the developer announced that development was getting halted. This was because tech was advancing really quickly and he simply did not have enough time to develop all by himself the drivers, frameworks, applications, to test everything and so on. He describes that in his mind he had 4 options of what to do with SkyOS, but eventually he chose to stop the development altogether. Later in 2013, Robert released the final beta build of SkyOS for free to the public. With this operating system, in order to use it, we have to enter a registered username and a serial code. And these things the developer also released back in 2013 alongside the operating system to the public. So we can just find this stuff online and just type it so that we can use the system. And then we just press on the picture right here and press on login. Welcome to SkyOS Live CD Retail. This is not installed. And I'm not sure if I can even install it. I had a trouble even setting it up to make it run. Limitations. Until you have SkyOS installed to a hard disk, following limitations apply. Sky file system indexing and queries not supported. Okay. Missing applications. Blender, Thunderbird. SkyOS software store. That's also a thing. Close. Okay, let's try to install it. SkyOS 5 beta program members. Next. License agreement. I agree. Repartition hard disk. Disk manager is known to have problems with various hard disk configurations. Partition size 1 to 0 megabytes. What? Let's check it out without installing it. Run. I guess this is like quickly finding some kind of file so that you can navigate to it. Media center. What is Kelly MP3? Oh, yeah, and this thing is like a gestures. I'm just not sure if we even have that enabled right now. Properties, background, select image. What are these images? That's a weird background. I want to see this Firefox work. Is it gonna open or no? Server not found. Yeah, this is like a super old version of Firefox. 2007 or whatever is it. I just found this little button, and when you click on it, there's like a menu. Let's see, entertainment, games, SDLL breakout. What is that? Oh, it's breakout. Except this one looks like freaking very 2008. Programs, Pixel image editor. What is this? Pixel. It's just called Pixel. This is a demonstration version of Pixel. DAT. You can't even see what I'm drawing. System manager, what is that one? Why is there like a Star Wars type animation in the settings? Copyrights, SkyOS. Contains software from the Haiku project. And there's like a bunch of people who helped with the project. Okay, pretty cool. File types. Audio MP3. Gestures. Gestures can be executed by drawing the gesture right on the screen while pressing the middle mouse button. Okay, minimize, maximize. So I can do this and it's gonna maximize. Except I can't draw a straight line. I'm drawing it just like it's telling me, but it doesn't work. Oh, yeah, something just worked. Like, I was just spamming the gesture and that made it work. Interesting. Yeah, and I think I messed it up, me and my gestures. The next one-man operating system that we have is TempleOS, which was created by Terry A. Davis, often referred to as the schizophrenic programmer. TempleOS was released in 2005, and it was actually called J operating system at that time. It was only renamed to TempleOS in 2013, and last updated in 2017. So the whole development of this operating system took about 12 years. It was written entirely in a programming language called Holy C, which is somewhere in the middle of C and C++, and the language was designed by Terry himself, specifically for TempleOS. Also, this whole operating system is very biblically themed, and it is apparently designed to be a third temple from the Hebrew Bible. TempleOS bootloader, I actually have this one already installed. Drive C. And with this one is that people who might not know how to use it, it's like gonna be really hard to understand how to use it. But there is like a TempleOS tour. Press the enter key. And what did I just do? And how come I can just delete the entire dialogue, like just like that? Adam. I think that's like from the Bible. And also I saw some shortcuts online that you can do Control M. And yeah, okay, this is I think the main screen that you're supposed to be on. Fun games, Varoom. I have seen this one. And what is that sound? So in this game you're supposed to be racing like a race car, as you can see. And I'm gonna lose. I think no, I'm not gonna lose. This is the command line interface. But what are the commands? CD, no. Clear, no. That CLS? No. Where's my phone? Okay, let me Google. And what's interesting is that you have fun games right here, but you also have unfun games. And also, when I mouse 1 on the cursor, it turns green. When I mouse 2, it turns red. That's interesting. Do we even have like a web browser on this one? I don't think so. Castle Frankenstein? No. I just found out that we can head over to this top menu panel and there's like more options. Save, abort, exit, edit, and there's like a bunch of stuff. Insert, graphic resource, God Bible passage, God song, God doodle. What is God Bible passage? 2 Chronicles 20:36, that's like from the Bible. Did it just paste like a bunch of text in here? God Bible passage. And it just pastes in the text. Interesting. And what about God song? Normal, raised 6/8, octave 4. Interesting, okay. I think my system just crashed. And then the final operating system that I want to look at is Visopsys. This one was developed entirely by Andy McLaughlin, and the development of this operating system began in 1997. It was initially released in 2001, written entirely from scratch, but the latest release came out in 2023, pretty recently. So it's actually still being actively developed, and it doesn't have updates very often, because it's of course made by one person. From what I could understand, this operating system started out because the developer, back in his university days, got really interested in operating systems and operating system development. And so he simply started making his own operating system in his free time. Would you like to install Visopsys? Choose continue to skip installing. Continue. You are running the system from a read-only device. You will not be able to alter settings or change anything. I'm pressing mouse 1 and there's not any drag to select a bunch of items and there's no contextual menu. That's what I see right off the bat. But we have like a top menu panel. Let's go through these things one by one. Computer. This one is like a similar to like a file explorer. And what is this button? Oh, that minimizes it. Okay. File browser, programs. And we have a bunch of programs, it seems like. But I think we can access it from here as well. Okay, we're gonna check that out in just a second. Oh, these are like files, I guess. Oh, reboot. I just ran a file called reboot and it rebooted the system. Who would have thought? Maybe let's not touch random things and just go in order. We have a bunch of backgrounds as well. And the coolest thing is that there's like a file browser, there's programs, there's a terminal, and we also have an image browser. We can even view images. Okay, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. And okay, I think my system just crashed. We have crashed all 3 operating systems today, somehow. Programs, what about this one? Also, these icons, these are KDE icons, as far as I have heard. Oh, we have a working calculator. Image editor. Please enter an image to edit. For some reason, I can't exactly find a way to zoom out on this image. It doesn't really let me. I can only zoom in. Oh, and God, my eyes hurt. It's like, you know how when you look at a lot of pixels all at once, like really small pixels? I looked at them for too long and I can still see them even after closing the program. Mines. Oh, we have a working Minesweeper. Okay, network. Telnet. Enter remote address. I assume we don't have like a web browser, like a normal one. We have a text editor, we have view. What is that? Oh, it's like a file viewer. And virtual keyboard. And also there's one more thing that we can check out, and that is administration. This is like settings, basically, where we can background wallpaper. Let's change that one. This image looks cool. Let's set it to that one. Except for some reason it doesn't work. Oh yeah, this is because I don't have the system installed. Yeah, that was what the warning was about. We're not going to be able to change the background. You even see the KDE logo right here. These are KDE icons. You can check out a similar video to this one about the smallest modern operating systems that you can find, and I'll possibly see you there.